So this is the big player, or the big project in the space at the moment. Launched in April 2021, around $250 if you were the first buyer of a Bored Ape. Now the floor price, $300,000. Travis, what is a floor price?
Floor price is the lowest price that you can buy on the secondary market. So typically that's kind of signifies where the value, at least the minimum value of a project is. Now with something like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, we are seeing transactions that are elevated a lot higher than that, into the millions of dollars, depending on what the NFT is. But yeah, about $300,000 is what it would take to get you in the door today.
Okay, so yeah, so just to kind of reiterate what Travis just said, when you go to buy these things when they first come out, that is typically called the drop. And the creator, right, they have this launch pad, and you go to the launch pad, and that's where you're able to be the first buyer of the NFT. So that is minting. I believe minting more accurately refers to that first transaction, right? There's a buyer and a seller on both sides of the minting transaction. Yeah.
So the seller would be the developer. I have a couple slides if you want to let me show that we'll just walk through this real quickly. The mint is really, I think of it a little bit like the IPO. All right, so here's our NFT terms. We'll start with we're all gonna make it. The mint is I think of it like the IPO. So this is the initial sale. Typically, there is a sort of exclusive sale to early buyers. They call that often the whitelist. These can be projects that are associated who are given this early access, or people who have been active in the community as they're building up their community. But typically there's a list that forms in one way or another that is given kind of preferred access and sometimes preferred pricing, followed by a public sale. And the price of all these items are set ahead of time. So you might not actually know until the day before, but with something like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, that community built on Discord. If you were active in Discord, you found out where you could buy these, and it was, I believe, 0.08 ETH, like John said. So pretty low costs, and that has typically been the way that a lot of these projects have started. And the thing with minting is that you get a random NFT. There is often what's called a reveal too. So even when you mint the NFT, depending on where you're minting it and what the process is from the team, you might not actually know what you got for a few days or weeks, because they kind of hold that, let the market settle itself out. And you might be buying or selling kind of an unknown asset, if you will. But after time, the reveal is typically kind of hyped up to be a big deal, because you might get something that's really rare, you might get something that's common, but that is typically a part of bigger projects, and that's when you find out exactly what you got. And then you go to the secondary sales. That's what we're talking about with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. These are secondary sales. The analogy would be sales of a stock on the stock market. So you and I, as common investors, may not have access to an IPO, just like we might not have access to a whitelist for an NFT sale. Just like an IPO, the NFT sale is priced ahead of time by the players in the market there. They might price it well, they might price it poorly, but that's sort of the best way to think about that is you're getting an IPO, and then in secondary sales, anybody can buy or sell. So you kind of find where that natural balance is in the market.
Yeah, Travis, I really like how you explained that and likened it to an IPO, because that is a very good point. And so for those who are familiar with the IPO process, right, they do have that IPO price that is fixed, and it's very hard for somebody like you or me to get in on that IPO price. So it might price at $20, and you can buy that at $20. And then you and me, we see it all of a sudden list on the stock exchange and it's 40. And it's like, well, wait a minute, why can't I get it for 20? Well, the market is already demanding a higher price than what those insiders were able to get. And the same thing happens. It goes both ways. The same thing happens in NFTs.